is WA3QIZ. Do you read me?
Seymour, isn't it about time you made a real friend?
Mother, please. I'm communicating with my fellow hams.
How do I talk? Push this button here. You're all losers!
I'm not sure about that. Hi, everybody, wherever you may be from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. Happy July 30th, everybody, 2021. So glad to see you. Show 249. All about you and hopefully help you out to license up to the extra or full license. It's a big show. Plus, we'll have the DXPedition calendar, contest calendar, and special events calendar. And we'll be celebrating some of the work that many of you on this channel do to succeed in ham radio. How is that for a cool show? I'm really looking forward to this, and it's been a long time coming. So I want to thank you so much for your patience. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Shack. Woo, boy, show 249 did take a while, so thank you for all of your patience. John Hummel Newell from Saskatchewan, Victor Echo 5, Juliet Hotel November. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live. It's good to see you, buddy. I'm just grateful to be here finally. Andy, here we go again. Alpha Alpha Zero, Whiskey X-Ray. Welcome back, buddy. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. And Martin, there you go. Here he is, Larry. Papa Echo 9, Tango India Golf, all the way from Holland. My pleasure to see you. Thanks, Martin. Thank you, buddy. We got a big show for you today. A ton of stuff wrapped up. And here's my brother Bob, courtesy of WIFI. A lot of the work and a lot of the reason why I haven't been able to be here is because of all his care. I want to take a moment to thank somebody who has been so good to me in helping out because Bob's care is getting pretty serious. I want to thank Dave, Whiskey Bravo for Oscar Romeo Charlie out of the state of Colorado. Dave has been so kind. He has literally reached out to me to give me some help with some cancer treatment centers around the country that can help Bob, that might be able to find the key to help him at least have a longer life. And for that, Dave, I want to thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot. It does. It really means a lot. So to Dave, thank you very much. We'd like to also let you know on August 14th, this man, Steve Deans, he's the founder and owner of Alpha Antennas. We'll talk about the Alpha Hextenna, which is a fantastic product. My gosh. Talking about something you can bring on the road with you. You want to take a remote, islands on the air, summits on the air, field day, out there in the field. This is a canvas bag antenna that works HF, VHF, UHF, and can even work you directional. It's phenomenal. What he's accomplished here is just amazing. He'll be answering your questions about the Hextenna as well as all other Alpha antenna products. Join us at 20 UTC on August 14th for Steve Deans from Alpha Antennas. Whole purpose of our little channel here is to help people get in amateur radio. That's what sets us apart. We're like a radio show that you would have on the radio about radio, but we have a purpose in mind. First, to help people get licensed. Second, to license up. And third, to give you products to help you be more successful in both ham and shortwave. Now, if you're one of those people that have always wanted to be a ham, but you just don't know how to do it, let me give you some radio organizations that can help you. What you do is you contact them, hit the contact us bar, and they'll find a radio club near you that you can contact, and they can assist you. It's a really good way to do this. So first of all, the American Radio Relay League is located at www.arrl.org. They'll help you out. Same thing with the Radio Society of Great Britain, www.rsgb.org. They'll help you there. In Canada, the Radio Amateurs of Canada can be found at www.rac.ca. And in Japan, the Japan Amateur Radio League is there at www.jarl.org. Our mates in Australia can contact the Wireless Institute of Australia at www.wia.org. And if you'd like to email the show, we'd love to hear from you. We'll talk about antennas. Had a great question come about an HF antenna this week that was, I know, a very long email answer, but I wanted to get to it to make sure that I could give as much information as I can. I like to help people, and I certainly will. If I can't, I'll definitely lead you to someone who can help you. You can contact me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. If you'd like to help support the channel in our mission to get people licensed and help them in ham radio, please hit us up at PayPal at proburbs356@me.com or on Patreon. You can find us at Ham Radio Live. So today is a special show. We'll have our trivia question, which is a normal part of our show, but also an extra trivia question and answer. Not really trivia, more of a question and answer thing that's going to help you to get a little prize. We're going to be giving away something that was given to us by Michael Starr out of Louisiana. Michael's gentleman that I read the story about him having a stroke. He used to be a Red Cross and ambulance driver in, the emergency comms. He has a great patch that he's given me. He's given me two. He said, one for me, one to a friend. I want to honor that request from him. So we'll be giving this away today. An amateur radio emergency services communications patch for a lucky viewer today for you on the show. Be fun. It'll be fun. All right. So let's get into this and let's talk about news. We've got contest calendar, DXPedition, the special events, plus the news and forecast. And we've got some great work that we've had from folks on the channel that are doing around the world. And I'm so excited to show this to you. I want to welcome Digital Analog Ham back to the show. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Always. And welcome to the UK. Sean is here. Sean, one of my dear mates, 2 Echo 0, X-Ray Bravo Tango. It's always an honor to see you here. Canada in the house. Victor Echo 3, Whiskey Juliet. That's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Great to see you. Thanks for coming. And Rod Clare is here from Salem, Oregon. Kilo 7, Lima Alpha Papa. Welcome. All right, let's get into the news, and we'll talk about all the stuff that's going on. A ton of stuff here. Did you know 8 meters could be in the future? True story. We'll get to that. First of all, celebrate amateur, radios FT8. It's going to be 4 years old. We just need to throw a little party, I guess. Anyway, from August 2nd to the 15th, many stations are going to be celebrating the 4th anniversary of FT8 and going to be using call signs ending with FTDMC, so Fox Tango Delta Mike Charlie, or Fox Tango Delta Mike in the suffix, okay? It's going to celebrate also the 2nd anniversary of the FT8 Digital Mode Club. Logs will be updated to Logbook of the World and EQSL. Also, QSL cards going to be provided. This is cool. Also, for people that are real competitive, there'll be a certificate available for bronze, silver, gold, and platinum levels for working them. Thanks to the Daily DX for all this information. 8 meters. Yes, it's absolutely a reality, and it's right now being tested. No joke. Whiskey Lima 2 X-Ray Union Papa is an FCC Part 5 experimental station being operated by Lynn Holcomb. His call sign November India 4 Yankee in Georgia. It's licensed to operate with up to 400 watts ERP between 40.660 megahertz to 40.7 megahertz. Now, to give you some background, all right, as of mid-July, Whiskey Lima 2 X-Ray Union Papa was intermittently transmitting on whisper mode, basically, at 40.662 for 2 minutes out of every 10 with an output power of 20 watts. Using an omnidirectional antenna. Now, for FT8 check-ins and tests, an ERP of 100 watts may be used. The band is affected by several propagation modes, including tropospheric ducting, sporadic E, transequatorial propagation, and F2 propagation. Boy, hard to speak those. I'm not sure why. As Denman knows, the 40 megahertz band is going to open a lot earlier than 6 meters and could be a useful resource for stations monitoring the transatlantic path. Now, the FCC's on this. They really are. There's a 2019 petition for rulemaking which asked the FCC to create a new 8-meter amateur radio allocation on a secondary basis. So far, working on a segment somewhere between 40.51 megahertz and 40.7 megahertz. ARL member Michelle Bradley, Kilo Union 3 November of Maryland, filed the petition on behalf of the REC networks, which she founded and described in the petition as a leading advocate for a citizen's access to the spectrum, including amateur radio spectrum. 8 meters could be in the future. Rancom Basics is out, and you can find this on the RSGB website. They'll have topics like split frequency operation, more on logging as well as e-logging and other subjects. Find this on the RSGB website. Don't forget, this weekend, tomorrow, Cornwall, the big antenna build-off. They'll have antennas. They'll have, trading ideas. You can buy and sell, plus refreshments available. Find information at the G5XDX Facebook page, or you can email Golf5X-Ray Delta X-Ray at golfmikexray.co.uk, or just take a picture of this and you'll have it. The full license course still being available for folks in the UK that would like to get to the full license. Now, there's no charge for the training, but applicants must work through a pre-course classroom and a quiz to be eligible for a place. They're going to have online tutors. They're going to have people to help you get that license. Deadline for course applications, August 4th of 2021. Also, in the RSGB, there's a new interlinked GB2RS broadcast. John, Golf 4, Tango Radio November, and Sean, Golf 7, November Juliet X-Ray, have interlinked the GB3Z Bravo and GB3FI to extend their 70-centimeter broadcast to both sides of the Mendips. Thanks to them and all the other news readers who bring the news to listeners in the RSGB week by week. SS Ski TV schedule from the ISS is another RSGB. Russian cosmonauts on the International Space Station are planning to transmit slow-scan television images on 145.8 megahertz FM using SSTV mode PD-120. The transmissions will be made from RSOISS and the Russian ISS service module. The dates planned are going to be August 6, 2021, from 1050 UTC to 1910 UTC, and August 7th, from 0950 to 1550 UTC. Now, as always, the dates and times could change, and the signal could be receivable on a handheld with a quarter-wave whip. If your rig has selectable FM filters, try the wider filter for 25 kilohertz channel spacing. If you want more information, find this on the RSGB website. Contest calendar, not much huge stuff, but there is the Missouri QSO party. It's going to be on 160, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10. High power, more than 150 watts. Low power is 150. QRP is going to be 5 watts. However, with most contests, QRP SSB can be 10, but check the rules for this before you do that, all right? DXPedition calendar, St. Helena through tomorrow, Z Delta 7 Golf Bravo. You can find St. Helena. They're going to be working until September 30th. However, it's going to be HF operation, and look for them, all right? Look for the call sign, Z Delta 7 Golf Bravo. It's being done by Golf 3 Whiskey India Papa. Okay, so look for them on the HF bands. Djibouti still going on through Sunday. The call sign, Juliet 20 Echo Echo. Going to be using EQSL. They'll be on HF. And hopefully you can make a good call there to Djibouti. Alaska, this is a good one. A lot of people like to work Alaska. It's going to be through to this Sunday. Call sign Kilo Lima 2 Alpha. They're going to be working 60 to 6 meters CW FT8 with a 100-watt vertical dipole. And the QSL information is there to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Through August 15th, Nicaragua. Good call there. November, so it's going to be Yankee November 2, Romeo Papa. Okay? They're going to be on 40, 20, and 10 meter SSB. They'll be doing CW, FT8. You'll be QSLing via November 3, Romeo Papa, direct or by EQSL. Cyprus, going through August 31st. The call sign, Zulu Charlie 4, Sierra. I am doing this to the call signs, and I don't know why. Let's try it again. Zulu Charlie 4, Charlie Bravo Kilo. Wow. Going to be doing FT8, FT4, QSL via Echo Bravo 7, Delta X-Ray. They hope to continue that, operation until October. That's good. Islands on the Air contest. We got those still going on. St. Vincent, okay? That's going on through August 1st. That's Sunday. Call sign Juliet 88 Papa India, okay? So look for them on 40 to 6 SSB or FT8. The Azores, Charlie Tango 8 is the call sign. It's being done by Whiskey 6 Papa Quebec Lima, FT8 on all bands, and also 20-meter sideband. Haiti, this is Hotel 2 Kilo. It's going to be HF, CW, and FT8. So look for Haiti as well. There's more. Take a look at this. Greenland, still operating through August 13th. Greenland's not easy to get. Oscar X-ray 3, Lima X-ray. They'll be working HF, spare time operation, QSL. Be okay on that. Just contact Oscar Zulu 0 Juliet and Club Blog on the online QRS system. St. Martin, this is a good one, by Whiskey 8 Hotel Charlie. Call sign, Frank Sierra. Look at that. There will be you'll be spotters as well on that, so you'll find them. 40 to 6 CW and also FT8 using 100 watts. Good for CW ops there. Peru through the 17th of September. Oscar Alpha 7 will be the call sign. Now, they're going to be working HF, SSB plus FT8, FT4, perhaps some Morse code. High power. This will be one you could probably get both Europe, Africa, and North America, and possibly as well Australia and Japan. Going to be trying to work QRV for work to all entities and WW Digi. So trying to work worldwide digital. Peru, Oscar Alpha 7, a great call for you to get. DXPedition calendar, Dominican Republic, French Polynesia, South Cook Islands. Now, we know Jim, Echo 51 Juliet Delta is there. However, Zulu Lima 1, Alpha Alpha Oscar is going to be there, look like some vacation time. So, August 10th through 19th, 40 to 20 sideband, 100 watt spare time operation. You can work this. You can work this. Seriously, look for a call sign, Echo 5, 1, Alpha Alpha Oscar. Bermuda is listed as well. Victor Papa 9 Echo Echo. The Azores, Charlie Tango 8. That's a good one. Don't miss that. Asagawara, that is Juliet Delta 1. And take a look at Market Reef. That's a very rare one. If you can get this, look for it. Starts the 21st of August to August 28th. Call sign to look out for Oscar Juliet 0 Whiskey Sierra. And that's going to be HF on CW. So please look for that one. Market Reef, not an easy one to get. Out of DX News of the RSGB, Fox 1, Sierra Mike Bravo will be active as Fox Oscar / Fox 1 Sierra Mike Bravo from several French Polynesian islands in August. Between the 2nd and 6th of August, he'll be on Moria, IOTA reference OC-046, and between the 6th and 10th, it'll be at Taha. That's Island on the Air 067. It's going to operate QRP, SSB, and FT8, mainly on 40 and 20. QSL via Fox 1 Sierra Mike Bravo. All right, RSGB DXPedition special event news. 7th and 8th of August, Welland Valley Amateur Radio Society going to be running Golf Bravo 5, Hotel Alpha Whiskey from the Harborough at War event at the Market Harborough Showground. And this is a good one. It's going to be a 2-day 1940s and World War II living history show. Wow, this is one you want to go to. It's going to be happening on the air from August 6th when they set up, and they're hoping to work through the 8th. Coventry Amateur Radio Society also running 2 special event stations until May 2022 to celebrate Coventry being the city of culture. Look for that on the RSGB website, right? BBC News, Amateur on University Challenge. Nicholas, Mike Zero, India Papa Yankee, who is chair of Cambridge University Wireless Society, going to be appearing in the Emmanuel College team on University Challenge. Program's going to air on the 2nd of August. That's this coming Monday at 8:30 p.m. Now, you can check him out on the BBC website. Find this on the RSGB website for your information. Special event station, Tokyo Olympics still going on. Find them all over the bands, literally. Find them with the call sign ending in Olympic, okay? 120 years of Austria's Nobel Prize laureates. Also, Australian Nobel laureates are listed here. Plenty of information. We're not going to forget our shortwave folks. ISWL call signs for August 21 are listed right here. All call signs via the Bureau EQSL or direct with return postage, all right? Take a good shot, maybe a screenshot of this to help you get the right stuff that you want for this, right? All right, we'll get you into the news, the forecast. Before we do that, lots of folks joined us in, and I want to make sure and say hello to everybody before we go farther. Tom, all the way from Bulgaria. Yes, he made it to Bulgaria. Alpha Echo 1, Tom Papa. His Bahrain call sign, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Mate, it's great to see you. Thanks. Thanks, Tom. We got it. We got it here, man. For goodness sakes, a miracle we're here. Sean, thank you for the kind words. Don Bush, Whiskey Alpha 2, Tango Papa Uniform. Thank you for being here. Stephen Bengry from the state of Texas, Kilo Delta 8, Fox, Quebec, Liba. Thank you. Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo Papa. That's Cliff Bolts. He's in Virginia, and we're grateful to have him a part of the show today. Thanks. Thank you. A lot of times that gives me a chance to get a drink of water. So there you go. All right. Trivia question today. So again, trivia question plus a bonus question. Now, the trivia question gets you, continents, what the score is. So far, it's North America 9, Europe was 7, islands on the air. We're going to have, Caribbean islands on the air. So islands on the air have 2. And that's done by a 17-year-old ham in Dominica. That's amazing. So today's question, in which year was the radio manufacturer Icom founded? Was it A, 1951, B, 1954, C, 1964, or D, 1971? Hit me up with your answer, A, B, C, or D, and I'll let you know who gets it right and who gets the continent this week. That's what we got to do. I'll let you know who wins. Andy's got to run. Thank you for being here today. The Force of 50. God bless you, Andy. Thank you. Alpha Alpha Zero Whiskey X-Ray. Thank you for being a part of Ham Radio Live today. I appreciate it. Thanks, my friend. All right, let's look at the forecast today. We've got an A1A that looks absolutely dead, and that's the reason why conditions are the way they are. Solar flare numbers have been way, way down. You can see really no C-class flares at all the last 3 days. The K-index has been rising up and down and up and down. Currently, you can see it's K2. That's going to have a little impact on the aurora, but not very much. MUFs around the world. Alaska, 16.35. Boulder, down at 14.81, but that's going to continue to rise. Ascension Island, 21.73. Athens at 23.15. Hermanus, South Africa, at 9.65. And Darwin, Australia, 9.80. Current conditions, SF5, 76. Our forecast, by the way, powered by Icom. Everything ham radio is brought to you with Icom. For the love of ham radio. All right, we got an A index of 8, a K of 2. Look at the solar wind. It's up, but not too bad. 476.5 kilometers per second. They're, saying geomagnetic field is quiet. Kind of. It depends on when you hear it. It can be a K2, which is still quiet, or K3, which is got some noise. So, yeah, we got to watch when that is. And you'll notice it because your noise source is going to rise. They'll tell you 80 through 20 are fair. I agree with that. I think we do have E-skip today on 6 and 4. I don't think you'll find it today on 2. Cuba jamming into South Florida today. Unfortunately, adding frequencies and power. 7.105, 7.115, 7.125, 7.130, 7.140, 7.155, 7.158, which is curious. It's so close to 7.155, but they're really jamming that area around 7.15 into South Florida. 7.165 megahertz, 7.175, 7.178, and a huge one. Very powerful. In fact, the one that's at 7.215 and the one that's at 7.155 can be heard at night all the way to Hawaii. That's over 8,000 kilometers away. Ham radio forecast for shortwave and ham today. We'll have voice 2017. You might get 15 today. It's really going to be edgy, possibly. Data, of course, 30 through 10. Nighttime ham band openings, 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30, and 100% chance, now be careful because look what's happening, of 20 meters open until approximately an hour before midnight local time. The reason why it's changing is because the days are getting shorter now. We don't have as much sunlight, so 20 meters is still open at night, just not going to be open as late, okay? Shortwave bands, 31, 25, 22, and 19. Nighttime shortwave, 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters. And I don't think 19 will last past midnight, but it depends on your area and the antennas they're using. Heard Radio Korea the other night on 19, and I was very impressed with how well it was coming in. So that is your current forecast. Turn your ham radio on. That's the best test Always. All right, let's take a look at all your answers. First of all, John Hummel Newell says C for the trivia question today, which is, in what year was the radio manufacturer Icom founded? He says 1964. He's the first one to answer. He is correct. John Hummel Newell. Wow. All the way from Saskatchewan, North America with 10. Congratulations. Yes, it was founded in 64. It actually began, the genesis of Icom began in 54, but they did not become a company until 1964. Congratulations to John Hummel Newell for getting the trivia question right. Congratulations, man. That's great. Wow. All right. Time for your bonus question. All right. I spent some time in HRO a couple days ago. If you saw my community tab, you'll see it. And for a patch, the only thing I'm going to ask is you pay for postage. That's all I'm going to ask, right? I'll let you know what the postage is. Just pay the postage and we'll do it. Because if somebody around the world wins this, it could be expensive to send. I just, I've got enough on my financial plate with my brother's help. Okay. So for this, what is the most sold, highest selling right now, highest selling, hardest to keep in stock ham radio, according to Ham Radio Outlet right now? What is it? Could be any radio. Let me know which radio you think it is. And whoever's the first to answer the question right, and I have the answer, will get this patch. Just send me the postage, and we should be good to go on you getting some pretty cool stuff. All right? So thank you for playing. Appreciate that, John Hummel. Congratulations again on getting that trivia question correct. And thanks to all the people asked. John Bush, 1954. Actually, the genesis of them did, but they didn't incorporate to Icom until 64. I know, a lot of folks are saying 54. Don, 6 periodically open, some scatter as well. Look at Eddie, first one in. He says the Icom 7300 is the answer. I really believe that this is going to be a very difficult question. I really do. However, whenever I do these things, I always have these things. Well, it's going to be the toughest trivia question. No one's going to get it right. And then I'll just keep the patch for another day. But then turns out Eddie's right. He's right. Wow. Eddie, congratulations, man. Really, he's the first one to answer, and he's not alone. Tom in Bulgaria, 7300. John Hummel Newell, 7300. The Icom 7300 is right now the hardest ham radio to keep in stock, believe it or not. According to the people at Ham Radio Outlet Portland, they're back ordered on in every store. Now, when I was there, they had literally 4 of them. And they said, don't show a picture of these because they're not going to be available by the end of the day. They'll be gone by then because so many of their stores are back ordered. And so what about these here? Can people buy these? Oh, yeah, people can buy these here, but it's going to be hard to get them. There they were, all 4. That were literally one of the only 4 7300s available in the entire North American continent, believe it or not. Man, Eddie, congratulations. That's really some pretty solid sleuthing. My gosh. I thought it'd be a hard question, and bang, there it was. Y'all got it right, 7300. Eddie, congratulations. Hit me up on our email address, okay? And let me give that to you real quick. You can email me here, and we can get you set up to get that patch out to you. cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. Just hit me up, and we'll get you together and get you that patch. Congratulations again from Ham Radio Live, and also from a really wonderful man who gave it to me, Michael Starr out of Louisiana. Thank you. Wow. Right away. 7300. Yep, that's true. I asked him what the second one was. And they said, the second one is the 991A. That's the second most difficult one to keep in stock right now. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Congratulations to you. By the way, we've now got our 4th continent in the house. This is Glenn Stevenson. Hey, mate, good to see you. I'm glad the dogs woke you up early, Glenn. It's great to have you part of the show. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we're going to go over some test questions today because it's Friday. We do Extra Full Friday, and then we're going to talk about some incredible work that y'all do. This is a really full show. So some incredible work that the people that watch this channel have accomplished recently. And I hope you like it. Okay, first, the test questions. These should help you get into the top level licenses around the world. US and UK only. Sorry, I'm making it sound cooler than it is. All right. First question. This is on the UK, and this is the full license, top license. First question. A broadcast may be made to amateur stations in general, provided that, now remember, broadcast is a one-way communication. Okay? Keep that in mind when the word broadcast is being used. Okay. As long as it's the initial call. It's like a CQ call, right? So broadcasting technically is a CQ call because it's a one-way communication. You're looking for calls. Next question. On the UK full license, is the holder of an amateur radio license permitted to use a secret code when communicating with another amateur station? This one's easy. The answer is no. Only recognized codes may be used, and then only if they do not obscure the meaning of the message. Now, this is important because this is the same as it is both in the US and the UK. You cannot obscure any codes, whether they be Q codes or anything else. Next question. Who may operate unsupervised the station of a full license holder? Okay, same as the US, the licensee only. So if you allow someone else to operate your station, you need to be there. It's very important because you're responsible. Just like in the US, remember, you're responsible for everything that your ham station does. Next question for the UK. This is the full license, okay? Keep in mind, the UK now is offering a distance learning for full license people who'd like to get in. You have until August 4th to do so. Contact the RSGB for that. It's a great course going on from August through December. But if you walk away with a full license, you're going to be thrilled, okay? Next question. Which of the below factors will have the biggest influence on the inductance of a coil of wire? The answer is increasing the diameter of the coil. And that's because you get more inductance as you increase the diameter. It gets to be stronger because there's a lot more electrical energy involved. That's the reason why. Yep. Next question. And my computer just said, no, I don't want to give you the next question right now. So wait till I'm ready and then we're good. Next question. The holder of an amateur radio license wishes to make radio contact with a station in another IARU unit. And this is important. Who is permitted to transmit on 7.25, and it should be 7.250 megahertz, all right? The licensee is allowed to. Now, here, okay, they've worked this question way too hard, okay? This is like a $50 question. Let's break it down. Somebody in the UK hears a call at 7.25 megahertz, okay? Can you return the call? The answer is no. In the US, we can go to 7.3 because we don't have shortwave stations nearby us that are going from 7.2 to 7.3. In the UK, you do. So you can listen at 7.25 and transmit only within the permitted band. That's the answer, okay? So if you can listen there and you can find a way to get a hold of the station and say, look, I can listen to you on 7.25 because it's clear, but we need to talk at 7.197. You're great because you're still within your band plan. Let's take a quick look at this because this is very, very important. When we get to the UK band plan, it's very different than it is here in the US, okay? I know this is tiny. I get it. It's really small. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get rid of this one and we're just going to go here. All right. And this is as big as I can get it, okay? You go 18, 21, so we're talking 17, 15, 12, 10. Everything's the same. But when you get to the lower frequencies, it's very different. 80 and 40 are very different. It ends at 7.2. So when you get this question and it says that, you're hearing somebody at 7.25, you can't return the call because it's outside your band plan. That's the whole problem. Keep that in mind. The band plan dictates where you can call and where you can't. However, you can certainly listen there. All right. Next question. When sending a CQ call in Morse code, the call sign of the station should be sent at a speed, and this is the same as the US, at which the sender is prepared to receive a reply. So make sure when you're sending,
Morse code, that you're sending it at a speed that you're comfortable receiving it back at. That's the most important thing. Next, on the UK full, apart from the licensee, an amateur radio station may be operated by. Now, this is different than the last question. One had to do with supervision. This has to do with the person being allowed to. All right. So the only person that's allowed to operate your station, if you're in the UK, is a person who holds an amateur radio certificate issued by the Secretary of State. That's it. Okay. Now, there are SEPT agreements which come into place too, but that's a different story. Keep in mind they must be licensed. That's the main issue. Next, transmitting a message that is of an indecent, obscene, or menacing character is in breach of the amateur radio license. That's it. Don't think UK civil law. Don't think the ITU, and don't think the Wireless Telegraphy Act of 2016. You just aren't going to get it right. It's just against your amateur radio license rules. That's all it is, okay? Next, UK. This is, again, on the full license, the one that gets you everything in the UK. All right, and you see you can pass these. You can, gosh, you guys, you can pass these. You should be M0s, right? You should be zeros now. You can do it. Next, the offset of a 2-meter repeater is the answer, the difference between its transmit and receive frequencies. My goodness, how much easier can it be? You know this stuff. You do. I know you do. Remember, these are questions that are on the test, and these are questions you can pass. All right, following up, we got 2 more. The purpose of a 2-meter repeater is to, and the answer, make possible VHF contacts over longer distances. Remember, VHF usually works the line of sight, or, the curvature of the earth, line of sight. When you use a repeater, it makes it go farther. So the purpose of a 2-meter repeater is simply to extend the signal of a VHF call. That's it. All right, last question. Excuse me, no, we're on the U.S. Never mind. U.S. question number 1. What is the power factor of an RL circuit having a 30-degree phase angle between the voltage and the current? The answer is 0.866. Where do you use this? All right. If you're building a phase antenna, for example, a pair of vertical phased antennas, you're going to need to know this because the second antenna is going to have to be slightly behind the first in order to make it directional. It's a great example of when you use this RL circuit, okay? And knowing that formula helps you to be able to build something like a phased vertical. It's really important, and that's a practical example of where you'd use it. All right, next. What type of semiconductor device is designed for use as a voltage-controlled capacitor? The answer is a Varactor diode. When you're talking about voltage-controlled and it's being a capacitor, remember, capacitors store and release energy. That's their purpose, okay? But using a Varactor diode within it helps it to be able to be better controlled. That's it. So Varactor diode is your answer. Next, on the UK amateur extra license. And again, this is the top level license for US amateurs. And it's one I think that too many people don't take enough time to do. You should. You can pass it. Which of the following is an advantage of BiCMOS logic? Okay, so we're simply talking now about semiconductors and how they work. Okay? The answer is it has a high input impedance of CMOS and the low output impedance of bipolar transistors. Now, you might be confused at this, and I would totally understand that, okay? It's a technology that integrates 2 formerly separate semiconductor technologies, okay? One of them is the bipolar junction transistor and the CMOS, which was basically called the complementary metal oxide semiconductor, okay? And these are both gates in a single integrated circuit, okay? Bipolar junction transistors, what they do is they offer high speed, high gain, and low output resistance. They're excellent, okay? You like those things for high frequency analog amplifiers, but CMOS technology offers high input resistance and is also excellent for constructing simple, low-power logic gates. That's why this combination works so well, okay? You may not need all of that, but that's the answer why, okay? That's what BiCMOS logic is really all about, okay? Next question, on the U.S. extra exam, this is the top level in the U.S., what is the primary cause of inductor self-resonance? The answer is inter-turn capacitance. Self-resonance happens because of the amount of turns that are within the inductor. That's it, okay? So keep in mind, know what those are. If you're into building this kind of stuff, make sure you understand, and most people do, okay? Next, what is a characteristic of DIP packaging used for integrated circuits? This is basically a wonderful space-saving technology that has helped make our radios smaller. This is why radios became smaller a while ago, really, because of DIP packaging, okay? The answer is a total of 2 rows of connecting pins placed on opposite sides of the package, called dual inline package. That's what DIP means. So now you get 2 rows of connecting pins for integrated circuits. You double the size in a small package. That's why our radios and amplifiers and pretty much everything got smaller because of that type of technology. It really helped us tremendously. Next, what is a solid-state relay? And this is simple, okay? Don't answer A relay using transistors to drive the relay coil. You'll absolutely get it wrong every time. That's not it, okay? The answer is a device that uses semiconductors to implement the functions of an electromechanical relay. Okay, back in the day when we didn't have solid-state relays, what we had was it would be a little plastic box, roughly 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches by about 1 inch high. And it had a relay in it. It was mechanical. Okay, that's how it worked. By using semiconductors instead, you then took away not only the unpredictability of that breaking, but also you made it smaller. That's what the big difference was by using non-electromechanical relays, but solid-state relays. It was a huge improvement in amateur radio. So a solid-state relay, remember, is simply a device that uses semiconductors to implement or replace the functions of an electromechanical relay. It's a space saver, and it also makes it much, much more reliable. All right, next. And you'll find a lot of these on the extra exam. Great reason to learn from a radio club, take an online course, or distance learning. All right. What type of logic defines 0 as a high voltage? That would be negative logic. Negative logic makes 0 a high voltage, okay? Positive logic, okay, makes 1 a high voltage. Keep it that way. Easy to remember. Positive logic, remember, you're only dealing with 1s and 0s. We're dealing with digital binary codes. 1 is positive, 0 is negative. If you remember those two, you'll be well on your way to knowing quite a bit about logic when it comes to transistors, because that's really the best way to do it, to remember it without having to beat yourself up over all these different gates and different types of transistors. All right. Next question. Which of the following amplifier types reduces or eliminates even order harmonics? These are for amplifiers, and this is very important. Push-pull transistors. Push-pull transistors help to eliminate even order harmonics. And harmonics have to do with basically having kind of another signal, an aliasing signal on another frequency. It eliminates that. Okay? Next, I'm only got a few more. These are on the US Amateur Extra, the top level license in the US, and you can pass this. The key is you got to take it. You can fail this 3 times and pass it your 4th, and you're thrilled. Trust me, it's worth taking. All right, the question, what absolute voltage gain can be expected from this circuit in figure E7-4 when R1 is 3,300 ohms and RF is 47 kiloohms? All right, the answer is 14. That's the answer. That's the voltage gain. How I remembered this was I simply remember when I saw 4.7, this is going to be dumb, I get it. When I remembered 4.7 was there, I remembered the other 4 flipped to 14. I don't know this answer. I'm not an electrical engineer. I don't do this. But I remembered that. I remembered the 4 was reversed, and that was the answer. Just telling you how I did it. And people can yell at me and say, you're not a good extra or whatever. I'm not an electrical engineer. I just really wanted to be in ham radio. Okay. Next, if the antenna radiation pattern shown in figure E9-1, okay, what is the front to back ratio? Now, for hams wondering what that means, front to back ratio is used for directional antennas, and it has to do with how much the power goes forward versus how much the power is going behind it. That's it. Okay. So in this diagram, when you take a look, you see it's 18 decibels. And how you look is you look at the back. The back is what tells you. And let's try and get it a little larger for you so you can see it a little better. Remember, we're at 18 dB. So let me get it real big so you can see it better. All right. If you take a look at this diagram, all right, and you see the back part of this, the front is where everything is pointing forward towards 0, all right? Look at the circles, the concentric circles going out. The first one is minus 24. Second one is minus 12. You see how that comes right between those? And the answers they give you, the only ones that could be close is 24 or 18. So take a look. You can see on 24, the line is past it. It's towards 12. So it's 18. That's how you read these. If it says front to back, look at the back. Don't look at the front. And then take a look at the number. You'll figure it out. These are easy to figure out if you just read the question carefully, and then you will have the answer correct. That's it. Got it. 20 questions. Extra and full, and we got them done. It's great to see you guys. Glad to be here. Thank you for your pressure, my brother. We are exploring other options. Mayo Clinic, Night Cancer Institute. Thank you again to Dave for that. We're getting other opinions. We're getting other help from other cancer institutes that are well known, the very best in the country. And that tells you what you need to know about where things are. So thank you for everything. All right. I'm talking about your prayers, your thoughts, your emails. Thank you for all of them. I've seen them and I appreciate them. They have been a lot. We are very grateful to have a bunch of people at this channel who do some amazing stuff. And I'm sure glad to share this. This is where I'm really proud because people either send this to me or I get a chance to find it myself. This one was kind of sent to me, but it's really cool. This is Ishmael in Dominica. His call sign, Juliet 72 India Mike Sierra. His first time making some long DX. Remember, Ishmael is only 17 years old. Take a look at him working on this beautiful Icom radio.
Net control, this is Juliet 72 India Mike Sierra. I'm back, over. Okay, stand by 2 minutes a minute. I've got uniform room. Stand by. Ishmael, stand by. You're getting a call from Hungary. So the station from Hungary is going to call you. Go ahead, Mike Oscar. Just go ahead. I'll try again. Juliet 72 India Mike Sierra. Hotel Alpha 5 from Mexico, Oscar. Hotel Alpha 5, Mexico, Oscar from Hungary. Calling you standby. Okay, I copy. Hotel Alpha 5 something. Come again? Hotel Alpha 5, Mexico, Oscar. Hotel Alpha 5, Mexico, Ocean. Over. Okay, La Jus. Is that you? Over. Again. La Zeus is your name. Over. My name is Royal. Viva Alpha Juliet Hotel Sierra. Please confirm my call sign. Hotel Alpha 5, Mexico Oscar. Over. Okay, give me a signal report. Over.
All right, so there's Ishmael, and he's making some long distance calls to Hungary. All right. That's good. The key, a couple things for Ishmael, and I hope you're here. And if you're not, I hope you're on replay because these will help you, I promise. Okay, first thing, when somebody's calling you on a DX neck, you give your call sign right away, or you give their call sign when they return to you right away. So in that example, you would return their call sign immediately. Let them know that you have them picked up. You don't want to give their name or ask their name or what's your signal report. Confirm their call. So give their call sign back to them and then confirm your sign. So for example, let's say it is in Great Britain, Mike 0 ABC. You would say, Mike 0 ABC, this is Juliet 72 India Mike Sierra. I have you here. You're a 5-9. Okay, that's how you do it. And then the other station's going to do the same thing. Remember, on nets, what people are trying to do is make as many calls as they can and make as many good calls as they can. Your advantage is you're on Dominica, an island on the air that's hard to get. You're going to have tons of people wanting to work you. Learn the pattern of working DX. Call signs. They expect their call sign back and yours, signal report as well. They will respond with a signal report back to you. And then essentially you thank them 73 and back to net. Okay, that's how you do it. And then you're going to make so many calls, your logs are just going to fill up. And make some QSL cards because you're going to have a lot on your wall too. Congratulations, Ish. That's Ishmael. He's 17. He's just starting. He's learning. He's getting broader and better at his ham radio skills. And that's him on a beautiful Icom 7100. I keep dreaming, by the way. My 7610 poster is still right there. And someday we'll get it. But anyway, we got another guy who's part of the channel. He's here now from Bulgaria, but he lives also in the Middle East. Tom is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I'm honored to be his friend. One of the things that Tom did was he gave me what I call a band scan. This is great for DX folks. This is what it sounds like if you turn on a medium wave AM station, say essentially AM radio in Bulgaria, where Tom is. Take a listen. He's going to give us long wave as well as medium wave. Here's Tom, Alpha Echo 1, Tango Papa.
Just a bit of a band scan on the AM, medium wave band.
Look at that beautiful 3000. That's a Yaesu 3000. That's like brand new.
Start down at the bottom of the band. Let's go to long wave and just see if we can get something down there.
And listen to the beautiful sound.
There's a nav beacon.
Tom worked so hard to get back to Bulgaria. He had been in the Middle East, based out of Bahrain for a long time. This is his first chance being home in over a year. Finally getting to use his 3000 again. So there's Tom.
There we go. So what I normally do is if I'm outside, I'll listen to the the local stuff, but it's actually a Romanian radio station. It's Radio Romania International. So, and they play a mix of local plus Western pop type music, or even stuff from the 60s, 70s. So a little bit of everything. So there you go.
That is Tom in Bulgaria. Tom, thank you. Love band scans. If you live somewhere in the world, Australia, you live in Europe, you live in South America, in the Caribbean, Man, send me one. I love that stuff. Send me a medium wave, long wave, short wave band scan. I'll play it in the show. Absolutely, because that's part of what we do. That's why we encourage people with short wave here too, because we're about broadcasting. We're not just about ham radio here. This is a show about radio. It's supposed to be a show that includes all of you. That's like a talk show, right? But it's about radio, and we all take part. It's kind of like this here, okay?
Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.
There you go. Kind of like that. I'd like to welcome Nezhik back. Welcome back to my Ham Radio Live. It's great to have you, as well as Will Myers, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India, Mike in the state of Wisconsin. All right, we got more to show you. We've got a couple more. One of the best CW operators ever. If you have questions, you want to learn about CW, not only does he help teach CW Academy, but he's one of the best CW teachers in our country. This is Jim from Walnut Creek, California. Whiskey 6, Juliet India Mike. Now, I'm personally drooling over the Ten-Tech stuff. Jim, okay? Hint, hint. You ever want to sell it? Just saying. The Icom looks nice too, Jim. All right. What a shack he's got. Look at those paddles. Which one do you think he'll use there? He's got, Kier, and he's got 3 paddles. Which one do you think he's going to use? You think gold, silver, or the aluminum? Let's see. And he's good. Watch him when he comes back. There you go. That's Jim, Whiskey 6, Julie and your Mike. Good work. Good work. Yeah. Off in Ellicraft K2. Yep. And just up the road from him there in Walnut Creek. So that's pretty cool. That is Jim. And he is, like I say, one of the best CW ops there are. Nezhik, the stream's all about radio. It's about ham radio. It's about things we do in ham radio. It's about honoring the people in ham radio. And it's about teaching ham radio. The basic channel is about helping people to get licensed, license up, as well as find out about great products. But today, we're celebrating many of you that watch this channel and what you accomplish. If you'd ever like to send me some of the work that you do, some of the contacts you make, feel free, email them to me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. I'll be happy to look at it, and we'll see about getting you guys in the show and make sure that you get your work done here as well. Okay? Love to have you and your work shown. I think it'd be really important. All right. The final one is a contact between 2 people that watch this channel on 2 continents. Take a look. You'll figure it out shortly. One of them is Thor, Kilo 0 Juliet Tango Juliet out of Minnesota. And the other one is this guy.
Yeah, Roger, Thor, Roger. Yeah, it's a pretty hard conditions, pretty rough conditions right now, and it started raining. We got the rain over here. We got the gentle rain over here, Thor. Kilo 0, Tango, Juliet, Tango. Kilo, Delta, Kilo 5, Oscar, November, Victor. Over.
I'm pausing here for a second. Take a look at his S meter. This is going to be one of the most rare calls you'll ever see because Gunter DK50NV is the one recording this off of his Icom 7200. Okay, again, Icom, for the love of ham radio. But take a look. He actually has him in an S0. He does. He'll tell him that, and Thor's going to repeat back, you mean really S0? Yes, it is. Take a look.
Thank you very much for the 3x1. Thank you very much for the 3x1. You are 3x0. You are 3x0, Tor. DK5, ONV stroke portable. Over. QSL, Tor. QSL. Over. QSL, Tor. QSL. Over. Yeah, QSL, Tor. QSL. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for the patience and for the short contact. DK5, ONV stroke portable. 73s and have a nice evening. Over.
See? Still no signal. Still no signal. He actually did get him at an S0. Yep. See, again, for new hams, for people who'd like to get into ham radio, okay, when we give signal reports, they are, first of all, intelligibility. That's the first number, all right? 1 through 5. 5, excellent. Hear everything you're saying. 4, you're pretty good. Not missing anything. You're okay. Could be a little better. 3, I can hear you, but things aren't great. 2, I'm having a hard time hearing you, but I can make things out. 1, it's very difficult to hear you, but I'm making it out the best I can. 0, I have nothing on my signal strength meter, but I can understand you. That's what happened. That number, the second one, 9, is your meter reading. And as you saw, if you replay that part of the video, you'll see his S meter wasn't blinking even at S1. So he was right. It was an S0. And Thor kept saying, S0, over. He couldn't believe it. Gunter was right. It was an S0. That's fantastic work by both Thor in Minnesota and Gunter in Germany for making an outstanding call together. Both of them watch this show. Good job, you guys. Wow. S0. That reminds me, when I first got my Yaesu FTDX 101 MP, it was the MP, I had a call with Bob Nagy, AB5N. It was the first QSO I made with the rig. And we were both S0, on both sides S0. So it does happen. So when somebody gives you an S0 back, don't take it bad. The fact that they hear you is what's most important, okay? In ham radio, the most important thing is we make contact, whether it be digitally or by a microphone with a straight key or a paddle or by a computer. The main thing is we make contact. All right, that's the show today. I want to thank you for being here. I want to remind you that coming up here 2 Saturdays from now, we will have Steve Deans, the owner and founder of Alpha Antennas, joining us to answer your questions about everything Alpha Antenna, including the new Hextenna, which we have and will be using. I just need a little bit more time that I know I can devote to doing ham radio projects and make sure my brother's taken care of as well. I know you understand, but I want to thank you. And I want to thank you for all the great emails. You know, it's not often I can only do 2 shows in a week, but this week has been important. My brothers needed me, and I know you understand that. But the next show is very special. It's how I passed all 3 license exams in one sitting. And I say it every time because it was by the power of God. And I stand on that because I believe that. I also studied very hard. I'll give you the online course that I used. I'll tell you how many hours I did it. And I'll show you the little ways that I used to help remember things to go from no license to amateur extra in one sitting. Plus, I'll give you the 10 habits that you should have to become an excellent ham radio operator. Until next time, God bless you. My name's Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. This is Ham Radio Live. We exist to try and help people get into ham radio, license up, as well as show you great products that can help make you more successful in ham radio. Until next time, from Oregon, goodbye, everybody.
And with that, we come to the end of transmission. So on behalf of UAE Television from Dubai, Channel 33, I'd like to wish you all a very good night.
By the way, I wanted to welcome JUJ and Andy Cowley, my mate in UK. Thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for coming to Ham Radio Live.
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.